All right, well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2023 County Men's Club Christmas Party. Please give yourselves a round of applause for being here today. We actually have so far a few open chairs, so we've got chairs all along the back here, we've got chairs over here, and we encourage all those that are possible to have a chair. And last time I checked, by the way, this is a Republican meeting, and as such, even though it is a party, we're going to start things off with an invocation, and I would like to ask Judge George Flint to please come forward and lead us in invocation.
Thank you. If you all stay seated for a moment. I was trying to think of what kind of prayer to give, and I thought I'd start off with this. I just saw a movie. It was a comedy, and what it was a massive who's going to win the best decorated house on the street. And of course, everybody was competing like crazy with huge lights and everything else that goes on with the Christmas season. And what was so remarkable about this, that you sort of wonder sometimes whether the message really is getting across. And this was a secular movie. As far as I know, it was run by non-Christians or nominal Christians. But the entire time the camera was on the street, with all the judging going on, with all the lights, and the far back lit up was a small sign that said, "Jesus is the reason for the season." And that message sat there for an hour and a half during that entire comedy. So I start off with that because we need to remember why we're here. And now you can stand up. Lord, at this time of the year, I almost don't know where to begin with Thanksgiving. Thank you, Lord, for coming to the earth and starting your rescue mission for me and all other people who you saved. Thank you, Lord, for listening and following the will of the Father. Lord, I ask as people of truth and of love that we are empowered to listen to your commands and to have the faith and to have the strength and the courage to walk through the doors that you open for us, not necessarily knowing where they're going to lead. Lord, bless this gathering of your people. Bless, Lord, our candidates who put themselves out on the line to give our voters an opportunity to select and to choose who represent us in the public sphere. Lord, give us voices in the public sphere that speak truth and love, but with wisdom and with attraction, so that people will hear the truth and will realize that we have their best interest at heart. Lord, just as Jesus came to launch at this time of the year his rescue mission, Lord, give us the strength to launch our political rescue mission of this country from the throes of the enemy. Lord, bless this food which has been provided to us. Bless the hands that prepared it. Bless, Lord, those people who stand watch here in Plano, in Collin County, in the state of Texas, and the United States, and throughout the world to guard our freedoms and to secure them. Lord, Make us to be worthy of as your ambassadors and as Republicans. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Judge. Please remain standing. Today, we're going to ask Collin College trustee member to give the flag salute. Please welcome Jay Sad.
As we recognize our great country, I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jay. And leading us in the Texas flag, I'd like to ask our district clerk for Collin County, Mike Gould.
Thank you. Let's pledge to the greatest flag of the greatest state in the Union.
Honor the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Mike. You may all be seated. And we see more folks come in all the time, so very much welcome, guys.
Good to be here.
There's no sign-in sheet tonight. People will ask me that. But tonight is just a very nice, casual. We're all friends. We're all Republicans. And when we say we're all Republicans, that means we have core beliefs, core values that bring us together. And this afternoon, we had a very successful ballot draw. We had candidates from all over the county. We had state candidates as well. We drew, by the way, from the president all the way down to precinct chair races, in which we had up here at the front, individual race by race, and very successful. So many of you were there for that, so thank you for being here this evening. And all of that being said, it ought to be noted that this year, the Collin County Republican Party, we have more people running in this primary to be the standard bearers of our party than ever in the history of the Collin County Republican Party. Sometimes people say, well, John, you as chairman, doesn't that mean, is that a bad thing? What does that mean? You know, I tell them, no, it's actually the opposite. There are more people wanting to get into the arena. More people are willing to step up. More people are willing to charge forward. They care about our county, they care about our state, they care about our country. So the more people that's involved, the better it is for our party. With one thing I need to add to that. After the primary, which is in March, right? We all know that whatever the results are, they're going to be the results. After the primary, we as Republicans are going to, it's not just that we must, but we are going to unite. I asked a question earlier today, and most of the folks knew the answer. What is the #1 target across America that the Democrats have targeted? We all know that to be President Trump, right? They'll do anything. They will reach down to local DAs, they will trump up charges, whatever it takes to stop President Trump. But here's the real question I want to ask you. Who is identified as the #1 congressional person that the Democrats have targeted in the United States? Who is that?
Cruz.
Senator Ted Cruz, you're exactly right. In fact, they have targeted his race. And you remember when Beto ran, it was $80 million they spent against Senator Cruz. $80 million. They have upped that by 20. They are targeting now with a budget of $100 million to defeat Senator Cruz. Well, by the way, your Collin County Republican Party is pleased to say, most of you have probably heard this, but maybe some of you don't remember this. But our upcoming Lincoln Day, it was Collin County that got Senator Ted Cruz to be our Lincoln Day keynote speaker. Woo! So, absolutely. I will tell you that Senator Cruz is in demand all over this state, but he understands the stakes of what's happening in Collin County, the number of Republican voters, and why the turnout is critical, and why we have to support him in November. All of that being said, folks, tonight is a very special night for your Collin County Republican Men's Club. Now, we call it the Men's Club, but you probably know that we have full membership for women. We have women members. They are voting members. You pay your $25 and you're Republican, guess what? You can join too. So I want to encourage that. So for all those who are here, who are members, thank you. And those who want to be members, I thank you for that as well. So tonight, we are here to do a couple of special things. We have, at our previous meetings, as you know, we go through a series of steps. We have a nominations committee. We take nominations from the floor. This club, the men's club, I like to tell people, 54 years it has been in continuous operation in Collin County. 54 years. We have seen all the years through there, we have seen ups and downs of the Republican Party. We've seen, you know, there's always a little political infighting. That's the nature of politics. But steadfast and strong has been the Collin County Republican Men's Club. 54 years so far, and there'll be another 54 years in the future, unless the good Lord comes before then. So tonight, we're here to swear in the next set of officers for the Collin County Republican Men's Club. But one thing that we have to do is that because we are the men's club, we would like to do everything formally, I would like to ask, because there is actually an additional officer that we would like to have and nominate and hopefully by acclamation accept. I would like to ask Richard Dotson to please come forward and add one additional member to our officers club.
Let's have him stand. Andrew, where's the young man? Okay,
Andrew, come on up,
All right.
please.
May I have a motion? We're going to have a special election to add him to our board for this 2024. May I have a nomination by member Steps? Mr. Rutledge, you want to do that?
I will make the motion.
All right.
I'll second.
May I have an acclamation?
What's he gonna be?
President. Duty, young man. Membership.
Assistant Director of Membership.
Okay.
Very good. So we're expecting big things from Andrew's been a member of the men's club for quite some time. And, and Andrew knows a lot about good things in technology. You can always use the help with that.
Yes, I'm good. Stay right there, and let's get the rest of it.
Is Andrew old enough to vote?
Well, we need to take a vote. May I have your vote? Everybody in favor of?
Aye.
Stay right there. Now, let's have all the officers.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to announce and have these officers come forward. If you would, we're actually going to have you guys all across right here. I'd like to first start off and have our nominee who was elected and will be serving for the officer year of 2024, our Sergeant at Arms, Stephen Callis. Please come forward. Also, I'd like our Assistant Vice President of Technology, Bobby Tillman. Please come forward. Our Vice President of Technology, Delar Height. Please come forward. Our Assistant VP Membership, who's already up here, Andrew Zink. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your election this evening. Give him applause. Our VP of Membership, who is actually in Dallas tonight. Many of you all know Charles Sorvello, but I wanted to make sure, although he's not able to be here this evening, but recognize Charles, and also Mossad Safri, who is our Assistant VP for Membership as well, serving with Andrew. Next is our Vice President of Programs, Mark Myers. Come this way in a moment. Next, our longtime faithfully serving treasurer, Tim McCord. Member for many, many years, faithful to the men's club, our secretary, Wendell Brock. And our president-elect, which means he will be scheduled to become for the next incoming president, is J.J. Miller. Of course, all of you know Eric Nowak, who is our actually president for year 2024. But Eric let me know earlier this afternoon that he has tested positive for COVID, so he's not able to be here this evening. And but we appreciate all of Eric's hard work on behalf of the Collin County Republican Men's Club, and he will actually be sworn in January. He's not here this evening, and if you all see Eric, please let him know that we miss him. And so there you go. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your slate of officers for 2024, and I have also a pin to give to you. And okay, and also, by the way, I'm very pleased, we're going to in a moment here have Judge Randy Johnson will be swearing in all of these officers. But gentlemen, let me forward you that. The new Collin County Republican Men's Club hotel pin. So, in addition to our slate of officers, as you know, we have a board of trustees. And the board of trustees is also usually made up of past presidents, and actually in all these cases that is the case. Each one of these members is a past president of the Collin County Republican Men's Club, and I would like to ask these gentlemen to please come forward. Robbie Jane, please come forward. Delar, you are a current board member, but he's also listed as a trustee for 2024. Mark Rutledge, please come forward. Richard Dotson, please come forward. The final trustee for 2024 is John Myers, myself, so thank you all. So, with no further ado, please welcome Judge Randy Johnson in full regalia.
Where do y'all want?
Right there would be great, Randy,
All right.
absolutely.
It's been really cold in the courtroom. This has been nice to have this robe. It's really warm. So I'll try to make it quick. So you, the newly elected officers of the Collin County Republican Men's Club, are about to enter upon your respective duties and accepting this post. You're assuming a leadership role among Republicans, and therefore you are setting an example, one that requires the best energy and devotion of which you are capable. In accepting this post, you promise to exert every possible effort to conduct Collin County Republican Men's Club activities that will attract men and women in your community who believe in the Republican Party and its principles, and in electing Republicans to all levels of government. The answer is we do. To that end, I ask you to raise your right hand and repeat after me your oath of office. I solemnly swear. To live up to the provisions. Of the governing laws of the Republic of the Collin County Republican Men's Club and the Republican Party of Texas.
Governing laws of the Collin County
And to discharge all duties incumbent to my office to the best of my ability. Next, you can put your hands down. I'm going to read you this statement. You don't have to repeat it at the end. I'll ask you for your response. Do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, as well as the governing laws of the Texas Republican Party and the laws of the state, and that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely and without mental reservation or purpose or evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office of which you are about to enter, so help you God?
I do.
Well, you are now officially sworn, and to the members of the club, I would ask you to confirm and affirm that you will give your support to the new officers, to attend club meetings regularly, to pay your dues, and to serve when called upon, and in all ways support these folks in their efforts to do the bidding and the on behalf of this club. If so, please say aye.
I do.
Please give these fellows.
So ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, normally at this time, there's just a few more comments that I would have, and I'm going to give you just a couple more comments, and then it's turned over to the president-elect. But tonight, that's going to be our president. Of course, Eric is not here, but we're going to be turning that over to J.J. Miller. But before I do that, I just have a couple of words about the Collin County Republican Men's Club. And for the last 2 years that I have served as president of the Collin County Republican Men's Club, there are just a couple, 3 people that I need to call out. And I would like to call them really the unsung heroes that have been there day in and day out, meeting by meeting. You know, we meet 11 out of the 12 months of the year. The men's club meets. We normally don't meet in August because that's the hottest month and we're taking that off. So one of those is I would like to recognize is a gentleman who every month he comes here early. He sets up equipment. He handles our Facebook page and also posts on our page on YouTube, etc. And that is Mr. Bobby Tillman. Bobby, thank you for this. Now, also, many of you come to this meeting because you know that we have the best food of all the clubs out there. We have every meeting, every month, we have fresh, hot barbecue sandwiches, turkey sandwiches, pulled pork sandwiches. We have a great selection of food. And you know, that food, honestly, doesn't come cheap. Okay, you all know barbecue, it's not cheap. But there is a gentleman who, for the last 2 years that I know of, since I've been president of this organization, this gentleman has stepped up. Many times we have asked to reimburse this guy, and he says, no, this is my labor of love to the Republican Party and the Republican Men's Club. Our unsung hero for providing us Rudy's Barbecue for 24 months in a row, J.J. Miller. Woo! The last unsung hero awards I'd like to tell you about is an individual and his wife that you all know very dear to your hearts and dear to my heart. And I tell the story about how people come here and they all like Randy Johnson, but they're always disappointed when Kellyanne is not here. Because they know that when Kellyanne is here, we get her world famous brownies. So once again, she has provided those for tonight. And our Unsung Hero Award, just doing a fantastic job here every meeting, and just a guy that honestly, for the Republican Party, and I speak here not only as the men's club chair, but also currently certainly as your Republican Party chair, I can tell you that this guy, and as also, even when it's not time for his election, Randy Johnson is there. He is a volunteer extraordinaire. If you've ever been for the last 2 or 3 years at the Labor Day rally, this is the guy that's over there pouring off sweat. He's the guy that's been cooking all those hamburgers, hundreds of them, is Randy Johnson. So to Randy and Kellyanne Johnson, thank you for all you do for the party and for this club. Thank you. So with that, my 2-year term is over. J.J. Miller, with a happy heart, I'm turning it over to you. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming today. I found out earlier today I was going to be running this, so please be patient with me as I improv tonight. The first thing I'd like to do is thank John for his great leadership during the last 2 years, the dedication and the sacrifice that he's given to this club. Your leadership has helped the Republican Party stay successful in Collin County and this club. And we know how good it must feel to have this be your favorite and last meeting. So, congratulations. I also want to thank all the 2022 and 2023 officers that served these last 2 years. Thank you for all of your support and everything that you've done for the club. Next, I would like to recognize all past presidents that we have here today. Would you please stand if you're a past president of this club? As most of you know, Collin County Republican Men's Club is where men and women join together, learn together, and work together for the Republican Party of Collin County, promoting our goals and our principles. We are most noted for our monthly keynote speakers, Texas-based political and community leaders, global diplomats, distinguished scholars, and other important thought leaders around the community. During this year, we heard about UFOs, the ugly truth about background checks, supporting our veterans and building the leaders of tomorrow. And we received expert-level review of the current Texas legislation. We heard from U.S. presidential candidate Ryan Brinkley, Plano Mayor John Munns, and McKinney City Manager Barry Shelton. And 2024 will be just as good. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. We have the Lincoln Day dinner, the Plano 4th of July parade, and then all of the get out the vote activities that we have to be successful in this year. It's often said this coming election is going to be the most important in our lifetimes. We've heard that before, and 2024 will be no different. Again, we need to effectively communicate why our Republican values, our policies, and our solutions are better than those being offered by the people on the other side of the aisle. And so with that, we'll have our first special order of business, and I'd like to call it Richard Dodson.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. You know, we have for the last 2 years especially, were very exciting. And I guess it's because we got a transplant in Kansas City. Okay? I don't know how many years ago did you move from Kansas, John, down to Texas, but Texas came out ahead on that. Okay? Very much. A little bit about John, but his entire life, he's been a man of action and setting goals as he's done for this club and for our county. And it's a tremendous blessing for Collin County that you judge as a GOP chair. Okay. With that, I wish you to come forth, John. And first, my trustees, I'm going to go. Mark, come on up. And other trustees. Hey, Tim McCord, you're a trustee. All right. Delar. And where's Ravi? Ravi? Are you hard of hearing, Ravi?
I just want to make sure you remember my name.
You're right. And first John, let's get the camera. Bobby, it's a tremendous pleasure and recognition of your dedication, leadership, and outstanding service to the Collin County
Tremendous job.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay.
And with that, we'll take a short break here for a little while for our festivities, the most important part of the meeting tonight. And then we're going to have a visit from the big guy himself, Joe Biden. Just kidding, Santa Claus. And then at the very end of that presentation after Santa Claus, then we'll give all of the elected and people that are running for office an opportunity to give us a short personal Christmas wish or message for the campaign. So thank you everybody for coming, and we'll now enjoy a little bit of Christmas cheer. Thank you.
I'm not getting in front of it. Oh, that's right.
Turn the music down.
Please turn the music down. Thank
So does anybody have any questions for Santa?
What are you gonna put in Joe Biden's stocking?
That's not on my list.
Check it twice.
I'm going to the Democrat Party next to this one. Go ahead, give us.
I got a question for Santa. Yes. All right. Question, Santa. You and Mrs. Claus look like the perfect couple.
Yes.
But have you ever had a big fight?
Oh, 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 oh.
Yes, unfortunately, I was one big fight, young man. My fault, I guess. I asked Mrs. Claus what she wanted for Christmas. She said nothing would make me happier than a diamond necklace. So I got her nothing.
Santa.
Yes, young man. Young Carl, you've been a good boy this year, have you not?
Why didn't the illegal immigrant cross the road?
Why didn't the illegal immigrant cross the road? That's on my list. Well, that's easy. A new president of the United States built a big, beautiful new wall. I don't write in books. I read it.
Can I ask Santa a question, please?
Yes, please. Yes.
All right, Santa. 2024 campaigns are heating up.
Yes, sir.
Lots of people are looking for different jobs.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been offered another job
Have I ever been offered another job?
other than Santa Claus?
Why, yes, I have. So, Chinese President Xi Jinping called me the other day and left a message about a new job in China. Something that plays into, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for the people's sake. I'm not sure what the job is, but I'll probably cover it. I'm not
I got a question for you, Santa. I hear there's going to be no nativity scenes in the DC area.
What?
Why do you think that is?
Well, I know why that is. Because since Keith Self has come here to our party, there are no wise men in Washington, D.C.
Santa, I've got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
You know people all over America, all over the world. If you would, describe for us the Vice President. Can you describe her for us?
I can describe our Vice President in 3 words. Sure. Ho, ho, ho.
All right, Santa, what are the big challenges you have up in the North Pole each time this year?
What are the big challenges that I have up in the North Pole this time of year? Well, I won't lie. It's a bit of group therapy up there sometimes. For instance, they all think that they're trapped into dead-end jobs. Rudolph keeps crying about being laughed at. Dude, grow some antlers. Frosty the Snowman goes on and on about his girlfriend giving him the cold shoulder. And then he has a meltdown. So, well, I think he's bipolar and she's a total flake.
All right, Santa, I have a question.
Okay.
After giving out so many presents to so many children over hundreds of years, how do you feel about your job today?
How do I feel about my job? That's a very good question. It's probably on this list somewhere.
There's a number on your question. Tell him.
3.
get back to you on that.
Take your time.
You asked me how I feel about my job. Good question. I actually feel great about my job, providing gifts to so many deserving children throughout the world. I feel like a Democrat. How can I express it? I've got it. It's like being a lobbyist at the National Defense Convention. The gift giving without any
Thank you, Santa.
Ah, thank you. And off to the Democrat Christmas party.
Yes. Everybody,
God bless Texas.
lastly, we'd like to invite all of the people running for campaigns or elected officials to come up, just like we always do, and give us a Christmas wish, tell us something about your campaign, keep it short, and then we'll get back to the festivities. So thank you, everybody, for coming, and we look forward to 2024 and everything that it's going to be. So thank you.
Your candidate.
All right.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm Jim Garrison, and I'll be running for Commissioner's Court in Collin County Precinct 3. I've lived in Collin County, Plano, since 1973, seen a lot of growth over the years. During that time, I've got several appointed and elected positions I've held on the City Council, Economic Development Board. I'm currently on Building and Standards Commission in McKinney, and like I said, I'll be running for Commissioner's Court Precinct 3.
Howdy all, I'm Steve Kennard. I'm running for House District 70. We're going to flip this seat back by staying true to Texas values, Collin County values. Those are family values. I have 3 young children. 2 have been born in this district. I'm fighting for them. I'm fighting for all families across Collin County. I'm asking for your support so that we can beat the Democrat and turn Collin County completely red again. Steve Kennard for House District 70.
All the candidates, let's get in the line.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared to come up here.
Thank you, Steve, for actually running at 70. It's been a big priority for a lot of us here to turn this back today. It's unfortunate what happened to 70, and thank you for running. My name is Frederick Frazier, State Representative for 61, Collin County. My Christmas wish is actually just to help for everybody. I think we have the longest session. Well, we did have the longest session in Texas history since 1871. It's nice to actually be home and see the families and actually do things to get our life back together. But being there for that long, we passed so many priorities that are sitting on as our Republican plank. I think we forget about sometimes. We sometimes get put around by the other Republican groups asking, what did you do? Well, I think if you go back and look at those planks, and you see every single one of them got touched, and most of them got passed, and every single one of them I'm a co-author, author, or joint author on them. So I commend all of our Republicans that worked their tail off down there, and wherever Candy's at, I know that she had extreme guidance of trying to help certain freshmen like me who trying to find the building sometimes and find those rooms and try to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. So thank you all, and very Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. So thank y'all.
Hi y'all, I'm Candy Noble, and I'm honored to serve you in the Texas House District 89, and I am so excited that today babies in Texas are safe in the womb, and I'm so proud to have been part of that. I'm so proud of constitutional carry and having been part of that, and I'm really, really, really proud to have served on Ways and Means and been part of the largest property tax cut that we've ever had in Texas history. And I want to continue to serve on your behalf. I want to say that I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, and I hope that your home is full of joy and peace and Christ love this Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Hello everyone, my name is Joel Petrazio. I've met most of you. I have been practicing law in Collin County since 1995 when I opened my own law firm. I primarily do state and federal criminal defense. I still do family law. I started off as a divorce attorney for years, and then transferred into criminal law primarily. I'm running for the 401st Judicial District Court. My wife Connie and I would like to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Good evening, everybody, and Merry Christmas. My name is Shayla Smith, and I am running for judge of the 401st District Court. I'm a longtime Collin County resident and a graduate of Plano West Senior High School, and it would give me nothing greater, well, no greater pleasure than to give back to the community that's given back so much to me over the years. I am an attorney with over a decade of experience in family, civil, and criminal law. I practice in McKinney, and our firm primarily handles civil litigation cases and also family law cases. Merry Christmas to you all, and I do hope you all have a wonderful holiday season and a very happy New Year.
Good evening. I'm Cam McCall, and I'm running for Collin County Tax Assessor. I'm a fifth-generation Collin County resident. I'm second generation in the tax business. I'm currently working at the tax office, so I know if you vote for me, day one, you're right there. I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne Curtis. I'm one of the officers precinct 2 here in Collin County. Christmas came early for me this year. One major thing is I'm running unopposed. It's been a long journey, and I guarantee you I couldn't have done it without this group. When I first started here over a year ago, this is my first group that I came to and joined. They took me under their wing, and I can't say enough for this organization. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. Thank you very much.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Teresa Richardson. I'm running for Texas House District 61. My family came to Texas 188 years ago, the year before the Alamo. So we've been here a long time. Our roots run deep. My family settled Grayson County. My husband's family settled Collin County. So we love Texas, we love Collin County. I've been in business for 40 years. I know how to make payroll. I know how to meet a budget. I know how to run a business. And I know how to clean a house. And I plan to go to Austin and clean a house.
Yeah.
Good evening. My name's Darren Weiss. I'm running for the Texas House of Representatives for House District 67. My opponent, Jeff Leach, is a 12-year incumbent. I have 22 of the 28 sitting precinct chairs endorsements. So there's a reason that the grassroots is getting behind my campaign versus the 12-year incumbent. But after tonight, I'm putting politics on hold until after Christmas, 4 or 5 days. Merry Christmas.
Hey,
My name is Steve Asher. I'm a candidate for Collin County Constable Precinct 4. I come with 40 years of prior law enforcement experience. I'm an Air Force veteran, and I'm very proud and humbled to be supported and backed by Sheriff Jim Skinner, retired Sheriff Terry Box, current County Judge Chris Hill, as well as my own Constable Joe Wright, who's retiring after 30 years. I took an oath 40 years ago to serve, protect, and preserve our Constitution of the United States. And since moving to Texas, I've taken an oath to defend and protect the Texas Constitution. For my wife and everybody on our side of the family, all 18 of us, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless.
Hello, everybody. My name is Scott Green, and I'm ready to be your next Collin County Tax Collector. I have over 35 years of finance, accounting, and audit experience, including 6 years in our tax office as either their auditor or their finance manager. That's 6 years on the boots on the ground, hands-on, ready to step in and make the changes we need to give you the best tax office in the state of Texas. I have multiple experiences of working for multi-billion-dollar companies. Let me explain why that's so important. This office collects over $4 billion annually. issues over 1.7 million receipts, has a budget of over $7.5 million. This is not an office that is like a lemonade stand. You've got to have the right experience to protect that money. The title is collector. I like to see myself more as a tax protector. You guys work hard for your money just like I work hard for mine. And I want to protect that money and make sure it gets where it's supposed to go. So just remember, in 2024, with the experience that you deserve and the leadership that we need, Scott Grigg and Pat for tax collector in 24. My wife Amy and I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, and I wish you guys all the most blessings for 2024. Thank you guys.
Howdy everybody, I'm Michael Slaughter. I'm a two-term council member from the city of Parker. Recently I was Mayor Pro Tem. You'll see me on the ballot in 2026. I'll be running for the Precinct 2 County Commissioner seat. But I wanted to take the opportunity to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Hi guys, I'm Dr. Trey Penny. I'm currently running for U.S. Congress in Texas Congressional District 3. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a doctor of education, Texas Tech University, guns up. U.S. Army veteran, and 22-year Dallas Police Sergeant. Guys, the reason I'm running is not about an individual, issues related problem that we're dealing with, right? Public safety. Everybody that knows everything about me, I'm a national law enforcement advocate. I've consulted for the House and Senate on public safety issues. And the reason I bring that up is because in 2016, we saw a mass shooting attack in Dallas, Texas. 5 police officers were killed. Nobody wanted to touch that issue. Guys, I was ahead of it. I was trying to get Congress to do something to regulate social media, which facilitated the attack. Not only that, to go after the radicalized group that actually caused the attack on our officers. So think about it. Within 7 years, we've seen another a major national crisis in North Texas, right here in Allen, Texas. You got to ask yourself why. Why are we not acting? Why are we not doing anything to fix that problem? It's because Congress isn't doing anything. Matter of fact, Congress has a 15% approval rating right now. Why? Guys, public safety was simple. It was simple. After I testified before the Senate Judiciary in November of last year, public safety was on the legislative agenda. We were going to push forward legislation to protect law enforcement. Something as simple as protecting police officers on traffic stops that get killed. And it didn't go forward. You got to ask yourself why. Because of nonsense. We're getting tied up in nonsense, guys. And we can't allow that to happen in order to save our country, for number one, but in order to save this party. The Republican Party got to be smart. We can't be fighting amongst ourselves when we try to get stuff done. We look like clowns. So with that in mind, guys, I just want to say, remember me, I'm Dr. Trey Penny. I love to talk to you afterward. I want to wish you guys a very, very, very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, but please stay safe. Thank you.
I'm Wayne Richard, and I'm running for HD 66 against Matt Shingy. And I want to take this moment to say something other than who I am. It's kind of interesting, when George opened the meeting today, he talked about Jesus is the reason for the season. And John earlier also mentioned that today we were all out here picking numbers to find out where we'd be on the ballot. How many of you heard the phrase, I am second? Nathan Sheets came up with that. I am second behind God. I came in second between me and Matt today. I was pretty bummed out because you know you want to be first on that ballot. I went home, I told my wife, she said, how did it work out? I said, I came in second. And at that moment, I realized, I'm not looking this way. When we decided to run the first time, we prayed, should I run? And I heard, yes, Wayne, I want you to run. When I said, I am second, I realized I need to stop counting on the system and go back and count on God. He put me here. If I'm supposed to win, I'll win. If I'm not supposed to win, I won't. But I have to stop being all caught up in the campaign, you know, and just let my personality get changed. I am who I am. People like me or they don't like me. If I get elected, I'll be a great representative for you. But this is the reason for the season is God. And let's all try to remember that as we celebrate with our family and friends. So, Merry Christmas.
My name is Keith Self. I serve in the Congressional District 3 for you. Dr. Trey, it's
it's not 15%, I think it's 7%, which is why I'm there, folks. Let me tell you, when I stood up as one of the 20 back in January and took 15 votes to get the Speaker of the House, I think we're starting to break the establishment, but just getting started. I told somebody the other day, this first 2 years, my first 2 years, if we look back and say it was a start, that'll be satisfying, because that's what we've got to do. Folks, these are dangerous times. I think we're at an inflection point for 2 reasons. The first one is what they did to Trump in Colorado. If the Supreme Court does not get ahead of that and get ahead of it real fast, that's going to get out of hand. The second thing is it's no longer an invasion of the southern border. It is now a tsunami. Those 2 things, I think, have brought us to an inflection point in this nation. Time is growing short. We must have a new president. We must take the Senate, and I hope we can hold the House. I'm Keith Self. I'm running for re-election. I'd appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Guys, I'm Abraham George. I don't see a single face who doesn't know me, so I'm not going to talk about me. I'm just going to say thank you for being a wonderful group of volunteers, activists here in Collin County for the past so many years. You guys have made an amazing difference here in Collin County. 3 miles from here, Dallas County is a mess. And here in Collin County, I'm thankful and thank God for having elected officials who are Republicans. Even some of them are moderates, but still Republican. So thank God for that. Merry Christmas. I am running for House District 89. That is Wiley, Murphy, Princeton, Lavon, Parker, all the way to Hunt County. I'm running against Candy Noble. Thank you so much.
My name is Howard Powers. I'm a member of this club. Been around for a long time. The reason, well, I'm running to fill John Meyer's shoes. I'm not running against John Meyer. And if the good Lord blesses me with victory, then all I can hope is that I do as good a job as he's done. Let me tell you why I'm running. There I was, minding my own business. It was 5 o'clock on the last day to file for public office. The deadline was 6 o'clock. I got a call from my precinct chair. Yes, I'm my House district chair. I'm a precinct chair. I've only been a precinct chair a couple of years. But before me, my lady was a precinct chair. She was handicapped, so I had to drive her to the meetings. I've been going to executive committee meetings, ballpark, for a decade or so. Anyway, I got a call from my HD chair, and I don't remember exactly what she said, but Linda said something along the lines of, Howard, get your more than ample posterior over to GOP headquarters, find out what's going on, and do something. So I came over here. I'm about 10 minutes away. Got here, ballpark, 5:10, 5:15. I'm not really sure. I wasn't looking at the clock. Anyway, I walked in the door. There were about 30 really ticked off precinct chairs. They were ticked off because nobody knew we were changing leadership. The optics were horrendous. Regardless of the reasons or anything else, it's just the optics were horrendous. These people would never ever get behind a precinct chair that they had nothing to do with selecting. So somebody had to do something to give them a choice. I had about 45 seconds to decide on whether or not I should run a county race, just to give you a choice. I made that decision. I went ahead and filed. Another lady filed right behind me. So now we've got 3 candidates that you can pick. I'm not saying anything bad about my opponents. My opponents, Shelby Williams, I had a lot, and I mean a lot to do with getting him onto Plano City Council. And he's done a great job. He's done a wonderful job. I'll have other things to say about his qualification. Darn is nice later, but you know, this is Christmas. Hey, you know. The most important thing that we can do is come together as a party. And the way this was done is not going to accomplish that. Anyway, it's election time. This is the holiday season. We'll start up in earnest after the holidays are over. Merry Christmas to you all, and thank you very much.
I may be last, but my name is Kim Lassiter. I'm running for the open 401st District Court. If I haven't already bugged your emails and your phone calls, I plan to. I hope to meet you all. Instead of belaboring more about me, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. God bless you. Enjoy time with your family, and let's win big next November.
Now, in closing, we have to leave over an inspirational moment from this evening. And Wendell, you want to come forth with a message?
So, I don't know how many of y'all, let me see if I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, and you may not even be able to hear it, but this is really groovy, and so I'll tell you how to see it on your own. I don't know how many of y'all have been downtown McKinney since Tuesday, but they've got these cool things down there called the giving machine. So if you're looking for something really fun to do with your kids or grandkids, go down and participate or do something. I'll let this go and then mention something. So the giving machines there'll be 3 of them down there till the first of the year, and whatever you put into the vending machine, whatever gift you choose, I think there's 8 local charities, and 100% of that money goes to those charities for whatever it is you choose to buy or give. And then I think there's 4 or 6 international charities that, again, 100% of that money. So they don't even, they're not even paying credit card fees or anything like that. If the gift is $20, then that charity is getting that $20 for that specific item. So anyway, it's really a cool, fun thing to go do. If you want more info, I put an article about it in my newsletter that I send out to all my clients, and I've got some of those that have some information in it more if you want it. But you can find the video at lighttheworld.org if you want to see it again or something, lighttheworld.org. So have fun. Merry Christmas.
Well, you know how to close it. Let's watch one. Okay. Watch one for sure.
All right. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the holiday party tonight.
JJ, Abraham asked me to announce the exact location. It's downtown in the square, and I think it's on the east side in front of the old National Bank building.
Okay.
I bet we can find it, Wendell.
Yeah. Just drive around the square.
And we hope to see you again in January. So thank you
My God.
Yeah, right, yeah, right.
Thank you, everybody.